Hey guys, welcome back. So in the last episode, we had just got our refined storage set up, and now I am just essentially taking all of our storage and putting it into here. So I've got 2 disk drives that are full of 1K disks, and I think for right now I'm going to stick with the 1K disks. Yeah, we will upgrade all that stuff. Ooh, lag. But right now I'm just kind of taking my chests, breaking them up, and just dumping all the items into here. We can actually move this entire system over to the dome. So that'll be very nice to be able to do that. We'll probably leave the farming stuff here, since this is going to be our farming area. There's no real reason to move all that over there because we need it over here. So yeah, I'm going to break all this temporary storage and give it a more... Oh man, all my stuff is all over the place. Yes, I'm gonna break down our temporary storage and move it into our refined storage. So guys, we have all of our, well, most of our, I mean, really all of our stuff, like all of the storage that we just had kind of like all over the place, that's all been condensed into our refined storage. That chest right there on top, that's kind of floating up there, that has our seeds and whatnot for our farm. This has some of the items that I put in here that we actually want on our person. I put them in there so that way I could carry more things and dump them into the refined storage. And so we've actually filled up 8 plus 8, 16 1K disks, and we've started on another one. But yeah, so here's all of our items in a very convenient, searchable way. And yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really glad that we got this done. So this is all ready to be moved over to the dome. And I think, yeah, let me think about this for a minute. If we move that over there, that means that we'll have to run back out here every time we want to go to our farm. This won't be chunk loaded. There are things called, there are these chunk loaders from Hatchery, I believe. Yeah, we can definitely make one of these things. So yeah, these things are probably what we're going to want to use to keep our farms over here loaded while we are at the dome. Obviously, it doesn't make any sense to have farms and not have them running. So we'll want to set up some chunk loaders and whatnot. Oh, guys, this is going very, very nice. Very, very nice. So I think before I move all of my stuff away from here, I'm going to want to configure the farms and whatnot such that they'll be chunk loaded and everything while we're gone. So I'll get all that stuff ready for us. So guys, I actually upgraded our crafting, our grid that let us access our refined storage to a crafting grid. It's essentially you take the old grid, you solder it together with a I can pull it up right here. So you take the old grid, I just took the old grid, I took an advanced processor and a crafting table, threw it into the solderer, and got this. And now, one really neat thing that we can do. So say I want to make that chunk loader. So if we go to chunk loader right there, let's make an enchanting table. So I got to move items. It moves it straight out of our refined storage into here. I can take that, do this, and now I can move items again, and we have our chunk loader. And then I can just clear that. That's so much faster than what we were doing before. So having this set up is so convenient. So this chunk loader, The way this thing works is you pop them down, and you can show lasers, and so essentially it shows you what's being chunk loaded. And if we turn it into a square, we can see that it's chunk loading 9 chunks. So let's go into F3G, and let's go over here to the furthest extent, right? So we can see that it is chunk loading this 9 by 9 chunk right here. So this is one of the chunks that's loading. So is this one. Looks like it's loading this one and this one over here. So what we need to start thinking about is we're going to have to move all of our farms. What we want to start thinking about is aligning our farms to chunks. That's what I'm going to think about anyways. I want to take a farm and make it fit inside of a chunk, and that way when we chunk load, we're not loading a bunch of chunks, we're just loading the chunks that contain our farms. So yeah, so I'm gonna do a little bit of thinking, a little bit of planning, and see what I come up with. Alright guys, so I'm over here and I've made a farming platform up there, and kind of the way I've laid it out is I've measured that if I put a water source here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. Did I align it properly? Yeah, so I thought it was 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's a 16 by 16, right? So that means that it's going to be an offset. Okay, I'll have to figure that out. But what I wanted to discuss here, though, was that I want to be able to come underneath of this. If I put these here, it's going to kind of block it. Oh, and I want to put water around the outside. So I want to be able to hydrate. I want to have as few blocks on the inside being consumed by water. Not consumed, but I don't want to have, like the more, if I put like a water source there and a water source there and a water source there and a water source there, yeah, that'll probably give me full coverage. But if I can get away with having, maybe one water source in the middle to cover the inside, and then using the outside for water sources to hydrate the farm, then I cut down on the number of spots in my farm that are being used for hydration. So I'm going to put one in the middle here, and then I want to put like a water, just like water around the outside. So I need these platforms to hold the water sources up. And if I use half slabs, I can't walk underneath of it. If I use trap doors, which is what I was thinking about, I can walk under it, but I don't particularly like how this looks. I'd rather have something like this. So I'm actually looking at maybe doing some chisel and bit. So this is actually the first time I've ever played with chisel and bit, and so I'm a little not worried, but we'll see how it goes. I've never used it before. I've seen it used a lot because I watch people like BOO, Eximavoid, Scar, all those hermits. So how? Ooh. How do you do stuff? Use Alt left. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I've never done this before. Never done this before. Can you guys tell I've never done this before? If you guys couldn't tell. I guess let's empty our inventory so we can pick up some more of these bits. Wow. It's a lot of bits. They use bit bags, right? How do you make one of these? So you need wool and a bit. That seems easy enough. Do I have wool? Probably not, honestly. Do I have cotton? Okay. I probably don't have any more cotton, do I? 16. So I need some more cotton. Let's just put these bits in here. I don't want to. Well, I guess they're pretty cheap, aren't they? Wow. Okay. I think I've gotten myself into a bit of a process here. I'll be back once I've figured some of this out, guys. So, unsurprisingly, I actually kind of went down a rabbit hole here. I need some cotton seeds so I can make some wool so we can make the chisel and bit bags. Yeah, so we were going to make the chisel and bit bags. We needed wool for that, so I set up a planter here to. This is a temporary planter. I'm going to have it plant some cotton seeds. In order to do that, this planter needs a hoe, and we can give it like a regular hoe, but it's going to burn through that. What I did for the other place was I built a paper hoe, so I can come show you. I don't really think it's called a hoe. I think it's called like a mattock or a mattock. But I made a paper one, and I just put unbreakable on it, so it doesn't, it doesn't use that up. Which is what I'm going to do over here for this one as well. And for that, we need sugarcane to turn into paper. And I was looking at this and sugarcane seeds, right? You can get that through a crop mutation between seeds, which we have an endless supply of that, and carrot seeds. And I just happen to have one carrot, so I can turn that into carrot seeds. So I think I'm gonna play with getting some of that going. So let's this is kind of my test area over here. Essentially, whenever I need I need diamonds or iron or whatever, I go over there, I plant some seeds, and I just kind of get that like in a pinch. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a stick there, a stick there. We need to have places for it to spread. We need a regular seed and a carrot seed. Let's see what happens. So there's a 50% chance that they will mutate together to form sugarcane seed or a sugarcane plant. Alright, come on. Guess I could put some more sticks around, huh? Carrot seeds? Okay, not the end of the world. More carrot. We need carrots anyway, right? Wheat, okay. Wheat, carrot. Carrot. Okay. Cannot grow here. Why can't that grow there? Is it out of range of... Is it out of range of water? Might be out of range of water. And cannot grow here. Why can't you grow there? Why can't you go there? Okay, and can grow there. I mean, it said 50% on the spread chance or the mutation. All right, I'll work on that, and I'll see if I can get anything to happen. All right, guys. So for this part right here, I actually lost the audio. Well, at least the recorded microphone audio. But what I'm working on is a kind of a trough that's going to hold the water for the outside of the farm, and kind of the idea is that I want to have enough space to be able to walk under the trough. So using even a half slab is still too thick, but with chisel and bits, I can have a lot of control over the block. And so here, I'm experimenting with some different designs. So you can see on the left that I have some trap doors there, and those are the right thickness. So I think I'm basing it off that thickness, but I don't like how the trap doors look. And yeah, so chisel and bit has a lot of control, but with that control, it's also a lot to kind of manage and to learn. And this is literally the first time I've ever really played with it. So I'm experimenting with how to actually draw the regions and everything else and learning the controls. And honestly, having messed with chisel and bits now for a while and looking back on this is actually a lot of fun. And I definitely see why a lot of the YouTubers that I watch really get into chisel and bit, because it's, after you play vanilla for such a long time and you get used to the fact that you have to work with certain blocks, when you actually get control over the blocks like this, it's incredible. So I just finished laying out the bottom of the trough, and now I'm looking at a way to get a kind of side rail in here. And so I've extended that out by 1. And this side rail where it will keep the water from kind of flowing off the edge. I'm using draw region right now to kind of build this up a bit. I know there's other settings you can use, but I'm just trying to kind of get the height right. Because I want to be able to see the kind of top of the water. So I still want to be able to see the water top from down, from below, so you can kind of see a bit of the water. And yes, so right now I'm literally just trying to figure out how high I want to make it. There is a measuring tape from Chisel and Bits, which I really should have been using here, but it didn't really occur to me at the time to use that. So yeah, I'll probably cut away a lot of this, because there's like 20 minutes of me just messing with Chisel and Bit, and it's quite possible that I could do episode upon episode of me getting this farm design down. But I'm not going to subject you guys to that. So yeah, I will cut it here, and the next clip you see will be recorded at the time I actually was playing the game. All right, guys. So this is the progress right here. I went ahead and put down one of each of my 10-10-10ers up here, and that's kind of my idea for this. Is up here, since this is going to be going all the time, and since we're going to have 10-10-10 crops up here, I figure we'll just let them go all the time and let this always collect down here. Now we will want to set up a auto fuel kind of input line and an auto extraction line. So we'll do that in a bit, but I've kind of laid out my plan for the farm here. So you can see that I've put glowstone. I put glowstone above this. I've put water all around the outside. And then if I go up another level, whoop, fell off the ladder. If I go up another level, you can see that I've already put the bounding box up here. So all I need to do on this level is, you know, put the dirt in, and then I can put water around the outside. So I think it looks pretty nice. You know, it's not the prettiest thing, but you know, honestly, I think it does look pretty nice, and I'm pretty happy with it. I could raise this up a little bit, and I think I will, because it doesn't really make sense not to. Let's see. It's always hard to tell when you get it, but I think that's it. Oop. That was... Can you tell? I can't tell. Let's put a... If we put a block on top of it, we'll find out, won't we? Okay. Yeah, that seems about right. Actually, no. I know why I did it now, because it looks kind of weird. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's put it back to where I had it before. Like that. Yep. So now it lines up with that. Yeah, I like it though. I'm a little tired of working on this, so I'm going to yeah, and I've also you might notice that I've, you know, moved all the other farm stuff over there. This can actually come down now since we're not using it. Okay. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with how this looks. So, at this point, we have a couple things we can do. Obviously, I could keep working on that, but I think we should work on moving this over to the new place and trying to figure out a way to automate this so that it always just keeps going. So we would need to provide fuel, and we would need to have a way to pull stuff out. And what I'm thinking is Ender IO. So it has things like transceivers and it has a lot of stuff in here, but it has ways for us to it has things like conduits which will let us pull items out of things, put items into things. So it definitely helps with automating machines. So I think I'll look into that. One other feature that I want to show you. So that is where my planter is down there, and I actually offset this by 1 because I was thinking about it. I could I guess it doesn't really matter, because I was trying to think of like how we are going to when we automate this, we need some way for these we have to connect things to these planters, and I was thinking that we would run a line all the way down from the top, because if I have multiple levels here, I would want to be able to have it all come to one place. Guess I'm not really explaining that properly, but I guess if you have 2 of these, so this plant eventually would go away and I'd move it somewhere else, and we could have like some conduit lines run up through this block, hook up into this, and then we could kind of go back and forth, because So yeah, if we have 2 blocks in the middle here, one would have the water and the planter, and then one would have conduits run through it. It might make more sense to, if we were going to do it that way, it might make more sense to move this over by 1, so that way all the planters and water sources can be aligned, and then all the conduit cables can run through a line as well. So we'll actually do that. Yeah, so we'll actually do it that way. So we'll keep all of our planters in a line, and then eventually this block will go away, and it will essentially be a place for us to run cables and stuff. So let's put that guy right there. Yep, good. Alright guys, I think next time we will begin work on our Ender IO setup. So yeah, I will catch you then. Bye!